We do have a lot to get to today. We begin with the developing situation in the Middle East. After much speculation and anticipation, Israel launched retaliatory strikes on Iran. Those strikes carried out late last night. And in this video, you can see flashes in the skies. This is over western Iran. It's not far from one of the country's military bases. Iran's top military officials are downplaying the significance of this attack, saying there is minimal damage to air bases and no damage to nuclear sites. And that is something the International Atomic Energy Agency is also confirming. So let's bring in News Nation's Robert Sherman live in Tel Aviv. Robert, we have been talking about this all week. It's now happened. Has Iran made an official statement about the attack?
No, nothing yet, so to speak of, Nichole, except for the fact that they say that, reiterating some of the threats that they've made throughout the week, that if Israel chooses to up the ante in the next couple of weeks, they're prepared to hit back. It was pretty remarkable, though, Nichole, after we've had this week of posturing and week of strong rhetoric, you've seen Iran not really willing to point the finger at Israel today, Israel not taking responsibility for the strike on Iran. And then in the middle of this, Secretary of State Antony Blinken steering clear of it at a press briefing. Listen to this.
The United States has not been involved in any offensive operations. What we're focused on, what the G7 is focused on, and again, it's reflected in our statement and in our conversation, is our work to de-escalate tensions, to de-escalate from any potential conflict.
So the message from Tehran has been for weeks on end that if Israel chooses to escalate and attack them directly, they are prepared to hit back harder here. The sentiment on the ground when you talk to people in Israel is that they've wanted to generally find some kind of balance between reestablishing deterrence after that strike that took place over the weekend, as well as ensuring that the situation does not spiral out of control.
I think if we didn't respond, it would be showing weakness. I think it was in the right strength, meaning it wasn't too much, it wasn't too little. But I think it was necessary for any country in Israel's position. If it was to be attacked, it needs to be respond.
I hope that the leadership will find a way to de-escalate the situation, because if it will escalate to something bigger, that will be a tragedy for many people.
It's Friday evening here in Israel, which means that people will be celebrating Shabbat tonight, and in a couple of nights, they'll be celebrating Passover as well. The sentiment here that you get, Nichole, is that that's all people want to focus on right now. They're hoping that cool heads will prevail and that there will be no more back and forth between Israel and Iran, and that they'll be able to celebrate with some sense of normalcy. Nichole.
Yeah, a lot of people certainly feeling that way. Robert, thank you. All right, we move now from Tel Aviv to our nation's capital and how the U.S.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.